When I'm up through the night, I can't turn down the noise, tear all the worries out of my mind. About who I'm supposed to be, I start to believe I can't get it right. Remember the days I let slip away, they were simpler times.
The Open Studio.
Child, don't forget who you are. Don't lose your head or your heart. I'll bet my life on your stars. You'll be
Hey, what's going on? What is going on, everybody in Twitch land? Sounding off in the chat, watching the show, having a good time. I'm your host, Justin Golak. I want to take some early shout outs. I'm going to be doing a variety of shout outs. Big shout out queue. Let's get over some big ones. Let's thank Michael Gow for that awesome intro video. Let's thank Jackie Manti for some of these dimensions that will be floating in all night, including the one I'm floating in right now. And like I said, I'm Justin Golak. I'm your host. If you guys have been tuning in the last few weeks, you know we had a Halloween show a couple weeks back for Halloween, and we have a Christmas show coming up around Christmas time, which is in the planning phases. Looks to be very dope. Please come back for that. I guess this is technically our de facto Thanksgiving show, which I'm excited about because, to be honest, Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday. So I'm glad that I get to host the Thanksgiving show and do a special Thanksgiving episode for you guys. And in honor of Thanksgiving for this episode, I've done no things because that's why I love Thanksgiving. To me, it's almost like an anti-holiday. It's like, to me, it's like some weird, like if you said like some French absurdist came up with Thanksgiving as like a reaction to holidays, I'd be like, I believe that. I 100% believe that because you know what I mean? There's no decorations, there's no gifts. You don't even really have to hang out with your family. You can hang out with four friends and get high and eat turkey sandwiches, and you might have the best Thanksgiving of your life. That's what's so great about it. Where it's like, I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. Sound off in the chat if you agree or don't. I feel like this is like a these are like people that don't want to sound off. You know, there's a lot of pressure in the society, but I hate Christmas. I think Christmas is dog shit, straight top to bottom. I do not like a single thing about it. I think the music sucks. I think the movies are bad. The weather is horrific. I've been off gifts. I've been telling my family and friends not to buy me gifts for 3 years. Sometimes I still get one or two. I hate it. I'm trying. I don't give any gifts. Sometimes I get some in. It's a real bad holiday. And then there's Halloween. It's a little better. I think Halloween is kind of just Christmas for kids that had bad family lives. I think that's kind of what Halloween is. But it's a similar kind of thing. I'm a Thanksgiving guy. I want Thanksgiving to me is essentially like getting a day off work to go to a buffet, which I think should just be something we get once a month. Maybe if you guys would have voted for Bernie, we could have got that. We could have got buffet holidays every week. But who knows? Who knows what we missed out on. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in. That's enough of an intro for me. Because I got a little preamble to do, and then I might even do a quick little 30-second post-amble. But I just want to let you guys know. So this week, like most weeks, I'm showing a video, but the video I'm showing this week, I'm kind of excited about. I'm actually premiering it here. It's not up anywhere else. It won't really be up anywhere until sometime late December. So if you're seeing it here, congratulations. And basically, I'm kind of trying to work on this new kind of thing where I'm trying to bring more visual elements to stand up, to like stand up when you consume it, not in a live format. So I've been trying to do different things with it, and the kind of thing I'm working on now, I call them mini vids, and that's what I'm going to show you guys tonight. I think of it as like a music video for a stand up show. They're like 2 to 4 minute videos where I kind of film visualization and match it with the stand up bit. So basically, long story short, I'm going to show you one tonight, and you guys hear me say this all the time if you've tuned in before. Check out our Discord. Our Discord is basically like a community where you can hang out with other artists, other people who like art. You can find out how to submit to this show. You can even just, if you don't want to perform on the show, you can even submit elements like these dimensions or You can submit music for our pre-show, all this kind of stuff. So anyways, it's a cool place. You can find a link to it in the description. So come be part of the Discord channel. And there's actually, the Discord server, there's actually a channel on our Open Studio Discord server called Seeking Critique. And so basically, since it's like kind of the first time I've made a video like this, it's actually live right now. I posted it just before the show. I posted this video that I'm about to show you in Seeking Critique. And I would love your critiques. I would love you to know, like, what do you like? What do you not like? You can speak from like just a fan, like, oh, this made me feel this way, or this felt weird. Or you can come from a technical end. You could be like, I like how your editing went. I think your filming was kind of whack. Maybe you could do this. So yeah, man, I'd love your input, because not only do I want to know kind of how this one is hitting, but I'd love to make more of these. And so I just kind of want to know what direction to kind of take this project as a whole kind of thing. So I think that's enough preamble. So let's just get into it. Thank you guys for listening to me. Thank you guys for tuning in for the Thanksgiving special of the Open Studio. We got a killer lineup. We got Sarah Goodman. She's going to be doing some music, visualization kind of stuff for you. Tom Simmons, he's going to show you a little bit of sketch comedy. And we got Luis Aravallo doing stand-up comedy. So we got a great lineup. So watch this video first. If you want to sound off in the chat about it, that's good. But it's obviously harder for me to catch it, because I'm hosting the show and those go by real fast. So sound off there, but definitely check out the Discord and sound off there after the show. But here's my video. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll be back in a minute. This is real mostly. It's been a while, like 2-3 months ago, we killed the leader of ISIS. Which is pretty cool. Not a good dude, but you can't get too excited because it's ISIS, man. They're just going to get a new leader. It's not like ISIS is over. And honestly, I heard recently that they got a new leader. ISIS, new leader. Just came out. New leader of ISIS. It's Jeff Bezos. Yeah. I guess ISIS is doing 2-day free shipping now, which is pretty cool, Trying to rehab the image. Okay, so he's not. He's not the new leader of ISIS, but would anyone cancel their Amazon Prime membership if he was? Would anyone really? You wouldn't. You'd be like, ooh, it's going to be a tough one to not think about, but I'm not gonna. It's too good. It's too good. It's just... That's scary, because that would happen, and we'd have to really deal with it, because stuff is our favorite thing. If you give us stuff, wild out, dude. Do whatever you want, man. Like, you're giving us stuff? Keep it coming, man. I don't know. Now I want to think about it, but yeah. It's our favorite thing. You can tell just little things. You can tell that that's true, because, I don't know, it's a Wednesday, but I bet you can still see this. Even in 2020, even a night like night. You stick around long enough, you stick around like midnight, 1 o'clock, you hang out in the bar over there, have a few drinks, you find like a table, like 3-4 guys hanging out, drinking, empty cans sitting around. You bet, even in this day, you would still hear those guys at some point in the night, one of them just goes, hey man, how much to suck a dick? How much? That's all they say. Just how much? Just much. They don't say money. They just say how much. Well, you think money, because that figure, yeah, I do stuff I don't like to get money I want for things I don't need. It's a paradigm that fits, so you accept it, but they don't say that. You can answer whatever you want. You can be like, all right, how much to suck a dick? How much? I really want to do that. Never done it. It'd be my first time. So how much? Put the price on it. All right. I will suck a dick for the unconditional love of a mother. You can say that. You can say it. You can get whatever. It's a hypothetical. You can ask for whatever you want. Why's it gotta be money? Some guy in the back could be like, hey man, that's pretty homophobic. But it's so high. It's not that bad. You're being kind of weird about it. Listen, I'll suck that same dick for a stepdad that came into my life during high school and helped me through my teenage years. That's what I'll suck a dick for. And then some other guy's like, $40. You're like, that's great. That's wild. That's stupid. Okay. It's fun. That's what's the only thing that's frustrating about this kind of society is we love stuff, but you don't even get to enjoy your stuff. At least let me enjoy it. It's so funny, you know what I mean? You'll see an aging rock star on TV. Some guy who's a rock star, now he's older. Someone always used to be like, look at this guy. No money. Look at it. He was on top of the world. Now look at it. All this money he wasted it. This guy wasted all his money. I'm like, yeah, I think he spent it on drugs and fucking. I think he used it as money. I think that's what money is for. I think saving it till you're 80 and then blowing it on oatmeal is a waste of money. Like, that's how you waste money. Even with normal people, they'll be like, look at that guy. He died penniless, huh? Cautionary tale, that guy died penniless. You should all die that way. You can't take it. Use all the pennies now. That's the only shot you have. We should all die with $1 in our checking account while ordering McChicken. That's how we should all die, just like I used it all. Used it all. All right, thank you guys for watching that. Like I said, join the Open Studio Discord. Go to the Seek Critique channel and let me know what you thought of it. It's posted there too. It's an unlisted link, but you can still get to it if you want to watch it again. But thank you so much for checking that out, and I'd love your feedback. So with that out of the way, let's get into your first act. This was one of my favorite. It was like, I don't know. I feel like I get to say this now as an old man. It's like new young comic. Cool kid. I feel like I'm calling people kids now who are like 28 years old. It feels great. But this kid, he was one of my favorites when stand-up comedy was still legally allowed to be done. And I'm excited to have him on this show. I think he's super funny. So everybody, virtual round of applause and all your attention for the very funny Luis Arevalo.
Hello guys, hello, hi Twitch, welcome. Hopefully I'm funny on live as I was behind the scenes and on Twitch chat. I'm gonna do comedy while watching one of my favorite streamers. Hey, we got Rated. What's up guys? What's up, Raid? Okay, so I'm gonna basically since doing classic stand-up on Zoom is weird to do. I just wanted to talk to you guys about my experience with chess this quarantine, because I feel like chess is all right. So I started chess before Queen Gambit. Okay, I started chess because I was going through a breakup, and I was like I could either get over her or I could play chess, and I decided to play chess, and I learned a lot of life. I learned many life lessons in chess. One thing I've learned is I actually don't know how to title this chapter yet. I don't know if I want to title it "Folks Aren't Humble," "They're Liars," or "People Are Liars." Because one thing I've learned while playing chess is that everyone says they're not good. Everyone says they're rusty, that they suck, and then when I play against them, they checkmate me in 6 moves or less. And I think this says more about them lying about their skill level than it does about my skill level. I feel like they're trying to play it humble, and that's not fair. Like no one likes that. No one likes that one person that's really good, but it's like, oh, me, I can't. Just say you're good at chess, man. Just say that you used to be a grandmaster in your past life. Like so I could come prepared. Like I thought you were a noob, so I took it easy, and now I get checkmated in 6 moves, and now I look like. Which takes me to my next point in chess is that just like in life, you're always going to be trash. Like the thing about chess, no matter how good you think you're getting or how better you think you're getting, it is just an illusion. It's a temporary illusion, because you're going to meet someone that does better than you, and then you're going to question your whole life. So which is why you shouldn't be a liar, but you should be humble about chess. Just be like, yo, listen, I'm good sometimes, and sometimes I'm not. So that's how. When you are not good, people listen. I'm not good at chess, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like I haven't won one chess game. I beat one person in chess, and that's because they didn't know the rules in chess. That's about it. All my other wins, I listen, man. That's also another thing about chess. Chess is like life. Like you could be doing everything right, and then one mistake can you will lose the game with one mistake, and you could lose your life. You could ruin your life with just one mistake. So chess and life is that you can't fuck up. I know they say it's okay to make mistakes. It's not. Uh, 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 benefit we have in life that we don't have is chess is that in chess you face the consequences of your mistakes instantly. At least in life, you have time. You have time. You know what I'm saying? If you run over somebody, you have time to fix that wrong, right? But in chess, if you put your queen in danger, it's over. That's it. You lost the game. I was hoping for a punchline here. I was like, because I didn't expect the laughs. I'm hearing laughs, and I was like, oh, now I need a punchline. All right, so another thing that I've learned in chess is that I've learned from chess is do not trust your instincts. Do not trust your gut. Do not trust your instincts. Whatever your voice in your head is telling you to do not do that. I have lost so many games by just listening to my heart. And I think that's also a great euphemism for life, because if you just follow your heart, someone is gonna break it, you know. You could be in a relationship, you could be you could be in what you think is a happy relationship, you know, and then like out of nowhere, uh, she breaks up with you, and now you lost in game and in life, you know, you lost a game of chess and a game of life, and you just gotta get up and proceed to go to the next new game, you know. So these are my life lessons that chess has taught me. Is that she'll never come back, and that I and that you should, and also how to make sacrifices. You should not sacrifice your king for a pawn. That's also I've learned how to make good sacrifices and good decisions. I've been Luis. That's been my 5 minutes. Thank you guys for listening to my chess TED Talk. Please follow me on Instagram at @HumbleLuis for more life and game tips.
Waste another day, eyes on my display. You say we need a change, and I feel that you mean it.
All right, Luis.
What up,
I
Justin?
hear you've been playing chess. Do I have that correct? Is that
Yes, you heard correctly.
all right? Cool. How's that been going?
Not obviously you did not hear the rest of the set.
No, I did.
It's not going good at all. It's not going good at all. Every time I feel like I'm getting better, it's been hard on my self-esteem, man. I'm not gonna lie. It's been hard on my self-esteem.
I never learned chess because my main thought was I can't be that bad at something for that long and enjoy it at all. So applaud to you. I only do things that I am instantly okay at. I can build from okay. Can't build from bad. Like I've quit so many things.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, I've tried to play like 4 musical instruments, but like after a week, if I'm not okay at it, I'm like, well, maybe this isn't the one I'm a natural at, and I haven't found that one yet, and so that's why I don't play instruments.
Have you tried playing the ukulele?
No.
That I heard that is one of the most easiest instruments to pick up.
All right, well, maybe I'll give that a go. I kind of wanted to get a cajon. You know what a cajon is, Luis?
No, I do not. Justin.
It looks like a block. It looks like just like a wood block, and you sit on it and you play it with your hands. It's like a hand drum. I feel like I could learn that.
Do you have rhythm? That sounds like you need a lot of like natural rhythm.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I want to say yes, but I don't know.
You don't look like you have rhythm.
Well, I mean, I don't think you could judge that just from like, all right, here, you do a beat, and I'll nod my head.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you over the laughs I was getting. Can you please repeat?
No one watching on Twitch can hear them though, so they just think you're a psychopath. They just think you're just pausing. All right, so I said you give me a beat. You give me a beat, and I'll nod my head, and you can tell me if I have rhythm. Just bang like on your desk or something.
I don't have rhythm though. That's the thing.
Sounds like you're projecting. It sounds like when you say I don't have rhythm, you're projecting.
But at least it looks like I have rhythm. Like, look at the pink hair. It looks like it looks like I'm into pop rock. So
I mean, I think, yeah, I guess, but I think when you mix the pink hair with the glasses, it neutrals out to 0. I think it neutrals you out to neutral rhythm.
You're right. You know what, Justin? You're right. I shouldn't be mean to you because this is the first time I've ever heard you say not only a nice thing about anyone, but nice things about me. So I shouldn't be coming at you. I should be reinforcing.
Have you heard me say mean things about people or just no nice things?
Just not nice things.
I mean, I like to keep them. I like to keep nice things close to the vest, if only so that you know I mean them. You know, like with my wife. Like sometimes she'll ask me how she looks in something, and honestly, to her credit, most times she really does honestly look good. But when she looks like trash, I'm like, that's trash, which seems mean up front. But then she knows every time that I'm like, you look beautiful, I mean it. So that's why, Luis, when I was saying nice things, you know I mean it because I'm not easy with the nice things.
I'm the same way, man. Listen, I'm the same way. That's why me and my therapist are trying to work on not being that honest.
That's fair. Yeah, I mean, I think
honestly, because you know it brings a lot of issues in your personal life, and depending. For sure. And sometimes you could be very likable with that trait, or you could be unlikable with that trait. And I just so happen to be unlikable with that trait.
It's all unlikable. The only way you could be likable and honest is if you're good at lying and making it seem like you're being honest. That's really the only way that works. If you're just truly honest, no one likes you. And honestly, you don't even really like yourself. The idea of honesty as a virtue is a weird thing that we poison children's heads with. I think it's really just something we kind of mush into their little heads while they're soft so they won't lie to the cops when they get older. It's all just state control. Right, Louis?
I don't think we do it enough, though. That's the thing. I don't think we do it enough.
You don't think we do what enough? Tell kids to be honest?
Yeah.
Really? I think we do it too much.
Because kids are terrible liars. Have you ever heard a kid try to lie?
Yeah, they're not good at it, but that's because we're not even teaching them how.
No, it's because they don't know how to tell a good story. That's the thing. We got to tell them how to teach good stories. It's not about lying. It's about teaching them good stories.
That's true. I would just tell my kid, I would just say, be honest to people you trust and lie to everyone else. Like I always say, like, if you ever don't lie to the police, that's insane to me. You should only tell them lies. And then like, sometimes my friends will be like, well, like if the cops find out you're lying, you could get in trouble. And I'm like, yeah, but then they already know I killed the guy or whatever. So who cares about perjury at that point? You know what I mean? Like it's just, lie to the cops, lie in court. There's literally no reason not to. You're kind of a fool if you do.
Listen. The police lied to you, so you'll be a fool to not lie to them back.
Yeah, and you could make up anything. You could just say things. You know what I mean? All right, Luis, we got to head out. I think we ended on a really positive note. And
I think so too. Lie. Remember, guys, lie to the police. And
lie in court.
I think that was it. Yeah, I think that's the only good lesson you could get out of this. I think.
Lie to the police, lie in court. If you're younger, definitely always lie to your teachers 100% of the time.
Oh, for sure. Always lie to your teachers. Fuck them.
Yeah. So, all right, Luis, follow Luis on Instagram. He is very funny. Go see him live when that's a thing again, if that's ever a thing again. Luis, I look forward to seeing you out in the real world sometime soon. Thank you so much for doing the show, man.
I'm looking forward to seeing you now, man. I love you.
I love you too, buddy. All right, so our next guest we got coming up, shooting right over again to the video dimension. We got Tom Simmons coming up next. He is the writer of this hilarious, like sitcom style show called The Hanleys, and he's going to show you a clip from it now. And then I think there's a place you can watch full episodes. We'll talk to him afterwards. So check out this clip from The Hanleys by Tom Simmons. Thank you guys very much.
everyone. This is Tom Simmons, creator of the show The Hanleys, which is about a typical sitcom family that finds itself in not so typical situations. In the scene you're about to watch, it's from the episode The Hanleys Sell Drugs, and in it, Will Hanley has lost his job. He's the father of the Hanley clan, and he has resorted to drug dealing as a way to provide for his family. There's a lot of fun moments, and I hope you enjoy.
Hi, Daryl. It's Will. I was just calling to see if you'd be interested in helping me get a little business enterprise off the ground. I'm selling illegal drugs, and I was Hello?
No luck?
None. I can't believe it's so hard to make people want to feel good. You asked around at work?
Sorry, Will.
It's not your fault. I bet we'd have more luck if someone asked her friends at school.
As if.
It's easy, honey. Just say, hey, if you're looking for some fly white girl on the Heezy, my daddy's selling some.
Oh my God, leave me alone.
Lane, do you have a friend coming over?
What? Oh my God, that's James Duffy.
Hey, I haven't finished weighing those.
James Duffy? Are you dating this boy?
You just shut up. Okay, James is the most popular boy at school. Do not embarrass me.
Hey, Lane.
Hey, James. What's up?
I was just coming over to ask you what the homework was for chemistry.
Oh, yeah, just a second. Let's come in.
Hi, James. You're a classmate of Lane's?
Yeah, in chemistry.
Oh, come on in. Have a seat. We're Lane's parents.
Hi, pleased to meet you. You have a lovely home.
You like to have fun, right, James?
Sure.
Video games, sports, cracking jokes with your pals at recess.
Yeah?
And I bet on the weekends, you really like to let loose, huh?
That's it. I'm helping Lane find that homework.
Yeah, I mean, this one time, me and a couple friends played midnight kickball in a parking lot without a permit.
You ever drink? It's all right, James. We're cool.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Getting messed up rules. You know what's in these baggies, James?
No.
Pure, uncut, finely ground, full-bodied drugs. The finest my next-door neighbor has to offer. You want a little jolt on the house?
No, I don't.
Just a little pump of the white girl, James.
I think I should get going.
Wait, but what about your homework?
I don't mind failing, it's fine.
James, is everything all right?
Yeah, I was just gonna get home.
Dad!
Oh my goodness, Mr. Hanley, how could you? Wow!
Well, you can't force people to consume illegal drugs!
How's it feel, James?
Awesome, Mr. Hanley. Thank you. Thank you so much for throwing drugs in my face.
My pleasure. Now, if you could do me just one favor and tell all your friends at school to come buy some, I'd really appreciate it.
Yeah, you bet. Hey, Lane, your dad's rad. I'm gonna run all the way home. Ah!
Bad idea, huh?
I used to hate making money, now it's easier. You're rolling in cash every day, teens knock at my door.
what's up, Tom? How's it going?
Hey,
buddy?
how's it going, Justin?
Real quick, I just want to just catch up. I just want to address some things from the chat real quick. Sorry for all my Christmas heads in the chat. I'm sorry, I do not like it, but I'm glad you have it, and I hope you have a great Christmas. I wish it to you. I just do not wish it on myself. And also, I've heard some people say, "Don't lie to the cops. Just refuse to talk to them." That will not help their investigation, but it won't hamper it. So lie to the cops. I stand by that. It is a better way to go. Tom, the Hanleys. It's like honestly one of my favorite things you've done, and you've done a lot of things that I really enjoy.
Oh, thanks, man.
The thing I don't know because we've talked about it a lot, and I was thinking like, what can I ask Tom? I mean, I know obviously like the audience hasn't heard all our conversation, but I'm like, for me, what can I ask Tom? I haven't really like talked to him about before, and I guess I never really asked you. I mean, you shot this. I mean, people probably tell just from that clip, like. You shot these Hanley episodes, which started as like a live show, but now you wanted to tape them, basically like as like a 3-camera sitcom. And so, do you like sitcoms or do you hate them? Because I could really see it either way. Because it's like you really do satirize them, but there is almost like a real sense of like homage to it.
I think I find a charm in them, which I feel like means I hated them. And then I like felt bad about hating them.
Dude, I feel like that too, kind of for me, and that's why I was wondering because like I think they're just awful. Like I don't find any real like interest in them.
Yeah.
But I've probably and keep in mind I have no recollection of them, but I've probably seen every episode of like 2.5 Men because I would like put it on while I was like doing the dishes or something, because there's just like it's almost like elevator music. Like the reasons I hate it as art is why it kind of works as background noise because it's just so rhythmic and kind of boring,
Yeah, no. I remember back in college, every once in a while, like Friends would be on, and we'd make a game out of like predicting the punchline.
Yeah.
And it would it would sort of be fun that way. But yeah, it's like it's very like musical and like there in the sense where it's just like like and it's just that sort of fucking pattern over and over again. I will say Married with Children though is a fantastic sitcom because everyone wants to beat the shit out of each other. And that's like
and I
really
would say,
changes the whole dynamic.
For sure. And it's like it's one of those things, I guess that's like a good like another interesting tangent. It's like it's another thing where it's like it's not even necessarily the form, it's the function because it's like I would say like All in the Family, I think is brilliant. For more like recent stuff, like Carmichael's Show, if you ever saw that came out recently, and that I thought that was really good. And those were both standard like just 3 cameras on a soundstage shoot, both with live audiences, which I do think is kind of critical to making one that's quote unquote good. But I do think it's possible. Just most people just choose not to kind of do it.
No, you totally can. I mean, it's just it was sort of always like commandeered by broadcasting network. So I think it always had to sort of cater to a status quo or a presumed status quo, and so it never got the chance to just be interesting. And now, and it sort of annoys me though because like now I feel like there are a lot of things that are like they're sort of like trying to subvert sitcoms, but all they're doing is saying like, oh, old sitcoms were bad. And it's not really like being like, oh, wait, it's actually a pretty fun medium. Why not actually make something interesting?
Right. I kind of always hated the stuff where it's just like, oh, you know what we're doing? The opposite. And it's like, it's so kind of boring. And it's extra boring because I think it's cool. And I think like, again, I don't know if people could really like, I think that clip you showed was hilarious, but I would like totally encourage people. Is there a place people can see the full episodes?
Really?
Kind of.
I don't know where.
Message Tom directly, bother him.
Yeah, just follow me on Instagram. And there's an episode where they try and entrap a convicted sex offender, and I'll hook you up with it. It's a lot of fun. They dress the kid up with a pigtail.
We'll try to get Tom maybe to share it in the Discord. So again, another reason to join the Discord. But yeah, dude, bother Tom on Instagram. His handle's right there. Because like what I was trying to say is like the clip is so funny, and I think you can kind of get everything from the clip. But I would encourage people to like really, again, even if it's bugging Tom on Instagram, watch the full episode, because what I love about the Hanleys is it's very absurd and very wild, but you follow sitcom rules. Like you're not just doing the opposite. You're like, what if we did a sitcom where just this family was crazy? You know, just like a really but like all the rules are the same. And like even if some are like, I feel like people will like die at the end, but then they like
people die a lot.
But then they like come back. Like there's another episode where they're fine, which I think is sitcom. Like there's no consequences. All the stories are in their own bubble. Like I don't know, just like so many things, too many to like list. But that's why I love it, because it really is a sitcom, but also just like completely wild and so Tom Simmons.
Yeah, everyone learns a lesson for every end of every episode.
And also Leo, who plays the dad, I think is honestly one of the funniest like character actors I've ever seen.
Leo is great. I saw someone call him Matthew McConaughey. I really like that. I think I always called him. I just said he had Buscemi eyes, but I'll go with McConaughey too. I'll throw McConaughey too. He'll love that.
All right, Tom, thank you so much for coming, sitting down with us, talking about the Hanleys, showing the Hanleys. Follow Tom on Instagram. Check it. Dude, I mean, Tom puts on a variety. Like I said, the Hanleys started as a live thing. So Tom puts on sketch shows, one-act plays, and stuff like that. So, like, again, he's someone that you should definitely run out. As soon as you get chipped up by Bill Gates, he's someone you should definitely go. If he's doing a show, check out his show, because it's always hilarious. So maybe there'll even be theaters after this for him to show those things at. So, but Tom, thank you so much for doing the show, buddy. I miss hanging out with you. You're the best. Give it up virtually for Tom, everybody. And then we got one more guest. We got our last guest. We're doing music to close out like we always do, but we're kind of doing it a little differently. Sarah Goodman, she has a video she's showing. She does these very cool visualizations and works with musicians. So it's not live, but this is our last act, and it is a cool act. So Sarah Goodman showing a video. It will be floating around in her own dimension. So check that out, and then we'll talk to her, and then we can all say adieu. So thank you guys. Thank you, Tom. Sarah Goodman coming up quick. Searching for something. Door is closed, not a sound. Take a look as I am now. Still small,
reality is virtual. In my bedroom, I swim. When I'm alone, I'm not alone. I'm not alone. In my headset, I feel you. I'm not alone. I'm not alone. In my headset, I feel you, angel. I look up at the sky. You're standing there. You're the sweetest of all. Imperceptible breeze. You're the only thing I know. Outside, it hurts me. The streets are empty. I see buds on the trees. Trees growing out of this window. Trees grow out of this window. When I'm outside, that's when I feel it the most. I know we have crossed the threshold. I see seeds in the ground. I see the light of the night. I hear the sound of the dawn. I see blood coming from the black masks and black gloves, strewn about on the concrete, medical waste leaking from the gutter. It's time for you to realize I'm not your king. I'm not When I'm outside, I feel it the most. The one should see you before you take to the streets. I'm not your king. I'm not your queen. 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 I'm not your king. I'm not your
Hey, all right. Sarah Goodman, man, your stuff is so good. I love your stuff so much.
Oh, thank you.
And it's cool because it's like, here's the thing for me is, so we met at a show earlier in the pandemic, another virtual show, who you were booked by a buddy of mine, Mike Kanish. Shout out Mike Kanish from Cocaine Murder Jam, who also does glitch art, kind of basically like, own thing, both of you, but like similar in medium to what you just showed. And I literally did not know this existed, and it was very cool to like find a new thing you like in your 30s, because like that's the thing I think you get most scared about is like, can you still like new things? So like, yeah, like what got you into doing this kind of like video art? It's so cool. I love it.
Yeah, it's actually a funny story, and it actually I fell into it in my 30s as well, because I'm gonna be turning 39 this year, which I'm like, how did that happen? But anyway, yeah, I got into this in about 2014, and I'm a big fan of soccer, and I was watching the World Cup, and it was Argentina versus Germany in the finals, and I was just streaming it off of my Mac desktop, and it just like completely glitched out. And I couldn't even be mad about it because it was so beautiful. Like, I was like riveted by the game, but then I became more riveted by the beautiful, like pixelated colors on my screen. And that was kind of how I got led down this path, because I took a screen capture of it and then started to think people must be doing this like on purpose, like trying to mess with, the bits of code that are in images and distort them. And so I kind of started from a more like digital glitch moment, but then it kind of evolved into collecting hardware and getting more into the analog side of things, which is more of the processes that you see in the video that was shown.
Yeah, and I was wondering, like, what is like? I'm always interested in, because are you more inspired? Would you say like from like external inspiration? Are you more inspired by like art, like static art, or like things like film and stuff? Because it's such like a combination of those two things. Or is it like equal, or is it like some other thing completely different than both?
That's a really good question that no one has ever asked me before, and I think it's actually a really dope question, because this type of video art, I feel like, or at least the art that I create, I think definitely like lands at the intersection between both. So I could
Right.
see how you'd be like, well, what's more the sphere of influence? I think that I started off more with like I've never been formally trained in art. I'm like a formally trained writer, like create like a poet, but I always painted with watercolor. So I think it kind of starts from a still place, and then just because of the nature of all the video feedback equipment, I kind of just landed into this like zone of video. But I think I'm more directly influenced by still art. But it's changing all the time.
Yeah, and I assume it like changes from like artist to artist who kind of like work in this medium, but that's kind of like that's what I like about it. And again, maybe that's why I like your stuff and I'm attracted to it because it's like it reminds me more of that. It seems less film and more like just like art in motion. Like it really does kind of seem I it's even maybe like similar to like animation or something like that.
I like to think of it as like moving paintings.
Yeah, that's what it feels like, and I think that's why I like it because I don't know, like it's something like me, like I feel like I don't know, maybe just because of like the generation we grew up in. It's like sometimes just like being at a museum, it's just like I'll see a painting, it's like how long can I really enjoy this? Like 5-10 seconds, like when it's just sitting there. And so your stuff, it's like I can really just like live in it for like I mean, so far minutes at a time, but I'm sure even like hours at a time, I can like live in it because it's just like it's so engaging, but it's still simple. And I mean that in the positive way. Like it's still just an image that you're looking at, you know, it's not much more than that, but it's enough more than that it just kind of like envelops you in. So it's just very cool.
Yeah, and I think the deeper you go into this world, like anything else, like you're in kind of the comedy world, I can hear you talking to other comics and then I get lost. I think it's like the more you go deeper into like a niche world, you realize that like a language is being built, like a visual language. So for you kind of watching it, it's like you can enjoy it or other people can enjoy it. But I think there's like this really cool conversation that goes on between glitch artists where we don't even have to speak. It's like we can kind of scaffold and build our understanding just based off of the visual language that starts to happen with these types of tools. You know, like some nerd could look at this like, you know, they could look at this image in the background and they could kind of call out all the gear that I you know, have that needed, you know.
And that was kind of like the last question I was going to kind of ask you is related to that, and you kind of like already brought it up earlier. So I'm just kind of interested, like, so and not to like, because I know you got your virtual background on, not to like shout you out in front of the Twitch stream, but like it seemed like you had a decent amount of sneakers in whatever room you're broadcasting from. Is that true?
Oh yeah, I can.
So it seems like you have like a bit of a collector streak in you, as someone that also does have a lot of sneakers myself. Do you think that's important to this art? Yeah. So do you think you? So like, dude, I would love to sneaker talk with you at some point. Are those the Kyrie 5s?
Those are the Kyrie hybrid. What the?
Oh, the what the? Very nice.
Yeah.
But like, so it just made me think when I saw those when we were like hanging out before the show started, because I was like, to me, this art form, like you have to obviously have like a creative mind and artistic mind. But do you think you have to also like have a collective spirit? Because like you said, you need to like kind of collect so much equipment to do it right.
Yeah, you hit on something there. I think every video art nerd is also a gearhead, and I think whatever that is, it's like you can always replace it with anything else. So if you're collecting gear, you've got that kind of that mechanism that makes you want to collect sneakers and collect figurines or whatever it is. But I think that I'm always looking for shoes that I think have been I will point blank say that I think that sneaker designers definitely are trolling the glitch art groups. And I have to say it is a feedback loop where I will see certain patterns coming into style that I know they're ripping off my homies. Mad about it. I am not mad about it because it's all love and it just spreads beautiful art, right? So it's I'm always trying to look for the sneakers that look like video art, basically.
Awesome. Well, I think you made a good choice in that one. Sarah, thank you so much for sharing your stuff. I hope people check out your stuff. And that brings me to just how we're going to close this thing out. Where can people check you out any big projects you want to plug or anything like that? Your Instagram is right on your Chiron there, so people can follow. But anything else?
Instagram is a good spot because I post there pretty regularly, and I would say just the Instagram because that's where I promote most of my stuff. And then the video that you guys saw tonight is part of a larger project that's going to be releasing on Church Circuit Records. That's like, I think their handle's just at Church Circuit. And I also want to just say that video, the music was by my buddy Will Randall, and we're a AV duo called Ethereal Interface. So anyway, there's going to be a longer piece coming out in the new year. So yeah, check us out.
Awesome. Very cool. Check out Sarah Goodman, follow her, consume all her stuff, and everyone say bye to her because she's our last guest. Thank you, Sarah, so much for doing the show, man. You were great.
Thank you guys. Thanks for having me. This was awesome.
All right. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Man, great show, top to bottom, a real fun one. If you guys want to keep the fun going, not just for the rest of the night, but for the rest of your life, you can go to the Discord server. Remember, my video's up there. I'd love to know what you think, what you liked, what you didn't like, what you liked, not even just that video, but if I made more like that, what would you be into? If you want to follow everyone that was on the show, just also go down to the description of this video. That's where everything is. You can find Sarah's stuff, Tom's stuff, Luisa's stuff. You can find out where to follow them, where to get a hold of them, all that stuff. And if you like the way this show has looked, if you think it runs really smooth, that is all thanks to Michael Garrity and Stephanie Duffy, who are co-directing behind the scenes. So thank you so much to them. This has been the Open Studio. So give this channel on Twitch a follow, and you can find out when we're going live. I think our next show is December 3rd. We got a cool lineup. So you can check us out back here. But like I said, go to the Discord and hang out between then and after then and all the other fun times. Collaborate. I think that is what's cool. Sarah said it as she was signing off. She collaborates with a musical artist, and that's how they kind of come up with these videos, the music plus the visual. And, we're trying to, build collaborations in the Discord. So, maybe you're someone that does music and you're like, I'd like to make this look cool. And maybe you're someone that makes things look cool and you're like, I'd like some sound for this. You can meet people. So we're trying to foster that. So check it out. And you can always submit to be on the show there too. So very cool stuff. And last but not least, I see my mom is in the chat and she's actually asking, yes, I'm drinking out of the mug that you made me. So yeah, I have an Open Studio mug. So my mom is both in quarantine. Well, not quarantine or lockdown. I guess quarantine's when you're sick. She's in lockdown to not get sick and retired. So she's been making mugs, I guess. Hey, whatever works, man. I got like 9 of them in the mail last week. That was one of them. So thanks for the mug, Mom. And thank you for everybody for tuning in who isn't my mom. You guys are also chill. Have a good night, everybody. Tune back in December 3rd. Take care. Later.
Before